What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Ren. A crypto that to some degree has been fairly under the radar for the last couple of months. It had a really good run in the first phase of the bull cycle, and it's been a bit flat since then. It actually has come along quite well from July to August, and then has retraced somewhat. But I'm going to get into all of everything to do with Ren in a second. As always, I update my spreadsheet. These are the first 26 coins I spoke about on YouTube, and Phantom, to be fair, was a Udemy course where it was my #1 investment for the year. If you'd invested $100 into each one of these when I released the videos and you were still holding your bags, you'd be in profit for $51,100. Adding your $2,600 investment, sitting on 53 thousand, which is pretty great. That's over 20 times in gains. Obviously, Phantom's led the way. Phantom is currently up 302 times in value. I've held all of these at one point or another. Closed positions in profit on damn near all of these, and then I've reinvested that into new cryptos. If you want to see my portfolio, click on copy my crypto link is in the description. This is where I share every coin that I'm in, and I have built this portfolio to maximize gains during this bull cycle. And on top of that, because of the way I built the portfolio, it allows you to take risks with small percentages because the big boys continue to overperform. In fact, the portfolio has been beating the market week in and week out consistently for a good while now. And if you want to be a part of these gains, click the link and check it out. Right, Ren. So, um, firstly, it's part Kinetic Capital, Hawaii Capital, Alameda Research Portfolio. So there's some heavy hitters in terms of investors. It is also, because it's all to do with interoperability, it operates within Polkadot ecosystem, Avalanche ecosystem, Solana ecosystem, Phantom ecosystem. Now, previously it's hit about $1.70. Currently it's sitting on 70 cents. So you're looking at about 2.5 times this price to get back to the original, to get back to its all-time high, which it should do, to be fair. So if we take a look now, Ren is all about interoperability and liquidity between blockchains. So what's quite interesting, quite exciting about Ren is that the protocol itself is effectively a plugin, so it allows DeFi projects to bring foreign crypto assets into a blockchain. So you can bring in like a wrapped Bitcoin or a wrapped Zcash or wrapped Ethereum. And this sort of removes huge barriers in terms of bringing these cryptos into different blockchains. Now, what they've also got is Ren VM, which is just a network of virtual cryptos that virtual computers that set up a virtual machine. The machines that powering the network, which make up Ren VM, are called dark nodes. And Ren charges fees for internal operations, but most do not go towards direct profitability. Instead, they're paid to miners. When it's an ERC20 token, Ren obviously also attracts varying gas fees to power transactions. Gas fees being a bit of a nightmare at the moment. CoinMarketCap themselves have done an article sort of talking through basically what Ren is. So the biggest selling point of Ren is it brings Bitcoin to DeFi. And obviously other assets as well, but DeFi was the one that you couldn't really bring till Ren. So the whole idea is it's interoperable. It's an interoperable protocol for DeFi. Now, obviously, I've spoken about wrapped Bitcoins, but this approach can be applied to literally every crypto if you want. Um, and the biggest positive, really, with regards to what Ren actually does, um, apart from obviously running the nodes, is that um, because of dark nodes being permissionless, um, you can prevent the forging of identities. There's a good behavior bond of 100,000 Ren tokens is required to run a dark node. Um, so it stops. There's a loud ice cream man. So it stops anyone acting maliciously, because obviously they can be punished with their 100,000 Ren. So it's similar to proof of work, or proof of stake. Every dark node that you register, you need 100,000 Ren and be prepared to bond it into an Ethereum smart contract. The bond will be returned after the dark node's deregistered. But it makes it one of the most secure protocols and infrastructures in place because, like you said, 100,000 Ren. So that's effectively $71,000 right now. And that's staked as collateral. Obviously, your hope is to earn. If you're setting up a dark node, your hope is to earn a lot more than that. But you've got to act in good faith, and you've got to work hard and to make sure that your dark node software is running well. So yeah, it's but that in and of itself makes it a far more secure asset, and far more secure protocol. Now, in terms of what Ren can also do, if we take a look at the Ren project. So, as you can see, you can do Ren BTC and a few other different assets. The partnerships and the actual ecosystem of Ren is fairly enormous. You've got O Confirmation, 1inch, Akala, Badger, Finance, Balancer, Banker, Binance, Codify, Coinbase, Cream, Crypto.com, Curve, Dex, Gemini, Keeper DAO, Kyber. So it's already a very, very, very popular blockchain. I mean, if you actually look, I think there's 120 plus, yeah, 127,000 people have got this on their watch list. The whole beauty of it is obviously transferring any token between any blockchain. It's just a case of effectively wrapping it up. So whether it's Bitcoin, you can do any. It's just a wrapped token effectively. Now, RenVM is looking to expand the capacity of DeFi and apps. So they're looking at multi-collateral lending, bring cross-chain assets to your DEX. So that was the same. That was what we just discussed, and cross-chain OTC trading. Right now, the supported blockchains are pretty goddamn good. They've got Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Zcash, Doge, Ethereum, and Binance Smart Chain are two destinations. Now, obviously, most of Polkadot at the moment is all built on Ethereum right now. So tons of the so basically, Ren is interoperable with Polkadot at the moment. Solana is definitely interoperable and Avalanche. So to be fair, Ren need to actually update their website a little bit more. Now, in terms of developer center, this is something that people, well, for the majority of you, you might not be interested in necessarily the development aspect, but within the development, they can talk you through how to use Ren Bridge. They can talk you through on dev chat and tutorials. So they've actually set up a learning platform for developers and developer chat so that people can start actually pushing to utilize the protocol. There is actually a very simple step-by-step guide as well with regards to integrating Ren VM. But you've got to join the development chat as a starting point to have that discussion. But it is very, very doable. Now, in terms of the next stages for Ren right now, they've got to start adding to the DApp ecosystem because that is lacking right now. In fact, if we look at Ren dApps, nope, oh, God, I can't even type today. Does that say Ren and Stimpy? Nice, not seen that in ages. So Ren itself is obviously a DApp. Now, if you actually check out the stats on Ren, the 90-day total volume is not bad, but you want that a lot higher realistically. Total value locked 688 million, which again, not too bad. When you bear in mind that their market cap in and of itself is only 700 million. And the fact that their DApp has value locked of nearly the equivalent value of the protocol is quite staggering. In terms of unique users, though, they are actually not doing overly well in that regard. I mean, as an example, they're down 31% today. The most that they've ever had in a day is like 117. You want more than that. You know, if you look at unique users across the last month, you're looking at, 1,500 people. You want more than that. You really do. The highest that they've had in terms of value locked was over 1 billion. But that was in February when presumably Ren was much higher in value. February. Oh, there you go. So during February, when Ren was at was around its all-time high. Now I'd like to see long term, if you're looking at Ren as potentially an investment, you would want to start seeing higher use cases. Because even, when you're looking at 7 days, it's down 24, nearly 25%. 30 days is down 7.7%. 90 days is down 18%. And for me, that's the biggest issue, really. Because when we're looking at, like, a crypto gaining value or an asset gaining value, then you want, part and parcel of that is you want to see use cases increasing, development increasing. Now, development in and of itself doesn't have to increase so much because Ren's done what it needed to do. It's interoperable across multiple blockchains. It's done exactly what it aimed to do. It's phenomenal in that regard, and it was like the first mover in that sort of wrapped token idea. Now, the issue is obviously that the DApp in and of itself is not being used. It's just not. They're actually reducing in terms of use. Whether it's set every 7 days, every 30 days, every 90 days, that doesn't bode well. And it doesn't necessarily indicate a crypto that's going to gain value. Quite the opposite, it looks like it might lose value. If you look at the fact that 30 days is down 7.78% from the previous 30 days, yeah. But it should be higher. It should be higher. In the last 30 days, crypto has done very, very well. The market has recovered very well in the last 30 days. So those numbers should be higher. So marketing and advertising and encouraging use of the DApp is necessary for people to start, for Ren to start regaining value. Will it hit its previous all-time high? Yeah, I'd think so. It's like $1.75 or so. But when when the market's been really positive and the DApp's use is reducing over the last 30 days, that to me is a signal that we're not going to see huge price gains in Ren. And while I am a big fan of Ren, and I'm a big fan of the fact that they have created a protocol that actually resolved a few problems people had, the I don't see the price doing much more than the previous high. Maybe, you know, at a peak, $3, maybe. Um, but the reason that I say I don't think it will do anything more than the previous all-time high is because we've had a 30-day window where market's been really tight, and the amount of people using the DApp is reducing. So Ren, I don't see how Ren can, unless Ren builds up some momentum again, I don't see how it's going to gain any value. My perspective, though, I might be wrong, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it from me. If you're new to crypto, check out Copy My Crypto. This is where I share my live portfolio. I share what I'm invested in, the huge gains that these coins are making and going to make, as well as the opportunities to take some investment risks with small percentages, because all the big boys just continue to gain week after week after week. If you want to be a part of it and you want to make those gains and build that wealth, click the link in the description. Okay, that's it from me. Take care. Bye.